All right, welcome back. We don't have much left, and I feel like I just want to get started with it because okay, I'm just going to show you now what we have left to do. So right now, really the only super important to-dos are we need the user to be able to set their age, and we need to be able to do account deletion. Like setting the age is going to be, I'm going to like jinx myself right now, but it's going to be super easy. It's not a problem. I'm 100% sure of that. Because I've done it so many times with Claude before, where it's just like, you just add like, well, just allow them to set their age on the profile page, and it just does it, and it works. Account deletion, I think, is a little bit more difficult because we need to do a backend function that kind of cascade deletes everything that's related to that user. Wait a second. I just realized because yesterday we were working on the ban, so banning users, which happens if you've been reported. Let's say that you've been reported 3 times, then you get banned. But I'm just realizing that if we cascade delete everything about the user, but they've been reported twice, that means that the user doesn't really know if they've been reported anyway. What I was thinking is that this is it would be a loophole to get out of being banned. If you know that you've been reported twice, then you can just delete your account and reset everything. So then you get 3 more chances, and then you can just keep going with that until for as long as you want, really. But what I'm realizing is that we don't send, and this is what I was thinking about doing, we don't send a message to the user that like, oh, you've been reported. We don't do that, which I think is a good thing. I was thinking that we needed to do that. As I'm saying this, I'm like kind of divided about it. It's like, should we tell the user that they've been reported? Because the good thing about that is that the user might change their behavior and like be better going forward. But the bad thing about it is the whole thing about deleting the account, that if they know they've been reported twice, then they might be like, okay, I've been reported twice, delete my account and then recreate it. But if they don't know that they've been reported, then they won't really know when, like, there won't be a difference for them if I report them or if I just skip them or if I leave the conversation. So they can only like deduce that I was probably reported because I was really mean to that person or I did something really inappropriate. They can maybe deduce that they were reported, but they won't really know that they were reported. I don't really know what we're doing with this. And this might actually be something that we can ask Claude about, because I think there's like, this is where my knowledge fails me. I don't have the experience with industry like standards. What do you do on large scale projects for this sort of stuff? But this is obviously something that's been handled before. This isn't the first time that someone's running into this issue. So I would expect that there is like an industry standard way to handle it. It's just that I don't know it. But that's when these LLMs come into play, and they're like super useful because they will know the industry standard, because they are the industry standard in a way. Like, what they know about is, or what they will be best at is like industry standard stuff, because that's what there is the most amount of information about. Like, let's say that the um, industry standard way of um, okay, so let's say that the industry standard way of saving a password is using hashes. That will mean that most code bases out there will be using that method to store passwords. And when you train an LLM, you train it on all of this data that's out there, or data, I don't know how you say it. But that also means that it will kind of congregate on knowing the most about the most used stuff, if that makes sense. So niche subjects are going to be harder for LLMs to know about because there's just not that much information about it. And so they can maybe know about it, but it's just obviously if there's 10 examples of using hashes for saving passwords, and there's only one example of, I don't know, some other encryption method, then if I ask ChatGPT, it's going to give me one of these, like the most used ones. It's not going to give me the one that's not really used. So we're going to actually ask here because I need an answer to this before we start. So I need to create account deletion in my app, but considering we have, I'm gonna have to type this quiet because if I try to word it out at the same time, I'm gonna write something completely different, I'm realizing. All right, so here's what Claude says that you do. So the strategy is an immediate soft delete. So when user deletes an account, mark it as deleted, but keep the data for 30 to 90 days. Then phone number blocking. So immediately add the phone number to a recently deleted list to prevent re-registration. And then a grace period. User can reactivate within this period, usually 30 days. And then a hard delete. So after the retention period, permanently delete the personal data. And then keep violation records. So permanently retain anonymized safety/violation data. And I think that makes sense. So we'll just ask it to kind of implement this in our project. I'm going to reload the page because I'm going to say is okay. Sonnet 2.5 or 4.5. Why did I say 2.5? But I'm not sure if we should restart this chat. Let's not do that. I have a bad experience with new models because they sometimes are just not better. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's ask it just to create this stuff. All right, we're testing editing. So date of birth is, does that look good? I don't think that looks very good, does it? So I'm asking a very like unspecific question. I feel like the display of the age when editing doesn't look great. Is there a way to make it more industry standard way or more aesthetic UX? Question mark. This I feel like I mean AI is gonna really deteriorate our minds. I think because we'll see what that generated, but if that did do something good, then it's kind of scary because it means that the quality of communication that's needed is going way down to get a really good result, which means that at some point you're going to get to the place where you don't really need to even say what you want. It will just understand what you want. And then we'll lose our communication or our capacity to think. Let's run it again and see what it did. Okay. All right, it does look better. And if you press it, you get to this place where you can change your age. So let's say that they are actually born in 1969, 56. And then we save. Natalie, 56. Let's go to the back end just to see that they are actually 56. Natalie, 69. Yeah, so it's changed. Perfect. All right. And then we'll update this. It's a match. All right, it created the system is now fully set up, tested by creating a test account, deleting it. It created the prompt too, so we're gonna send this prompt to our trusty Claude code here. I just realized I didn't even tell it where to put this account deletion stuff. Like I didn't give any instructions on like what page to put it on or how to implement it. It was just like implement this delete function. We should be able to delete accounts. So we'll see where it puts it. But I mean, that's going to be the biggest question, I think, here. Will it put it in the right place? Um, Okay, I want to wait for this phone call to end. No, wait, we don't need to. I just realized. We can leave. And then we have matches. Yes, we do. Okay, now we run the app again to see what happens if we test the deletion feature that's been implemented. So now the question is, where did it end up? Delete account ends up here. Not great. At least we have it, but it's not great, is it? Delete account. Important, all your data will be permanently deleted. That's good. Your matches and messages will be removed. You may not be able to create a new account immediately. There may be a cooldown period before you can register again. I met someone. Delete account. Final confirmation. That's good, I think, to have that too. This action cannot be undone. Are you absolutely sure you want to delete your account? Yes, delete my account. Deletion failed. All right. I thought that was kind of funny because it's just like, imagine this was like a real app. It was published and you were on it and you just like go to delete your account and you do what you fill all the stuff in and then it's like, oh, sorry, deletion failed. You're gonna have to stay. Okay, we're gonna have to check why that failed. Okay, there's no errors in this one, but is there an error in the delete account logs? Yeah. Okay, so it's a back-end issue, that's good. Because back-end issues I feel like are usually easier. Okay, now we're gonna try again. Omit someone. Account deleted. Great. I mean, this is an error or like message to the user. Your account will be deleted. You can create a new account with this phone number after 7 days. What? What is this? I don't really know what this even means. Available from October. I don't know what this is, but all right, good. Now try to sign up again with the same phone number. Mhm. So the account wasn't deleted. Okay, so one thing I ran into now is that what if, so let's say that user A has matched with user B, but then user A deletes their account and they have like a cooldown period for 7 days, which wherein if they recreate the account with the same phone number, everything like comes back and it was like they were never gone. In that case, what happens for user B that has user A as a match? Should user B, well, like when user A removes their account, obviously user B should no longer have user A in their list of matches. Um, in their list of matches, but we need to track that somehow so that if user A comes back, it will reappear for user B. Um, the other option is that when user A deletes their account, they're deleted, and you just remove all the matches, remove all the likes, remove everything, and if they come back, they can just create a new account, and that's how it works. And I think that's going to be the best way, but that's something that I was a little bit uncertain about. But according to Claude, the best way is to just do a clean break. So we're going to try that and see what happens if we delete the account now. Delete. Account already deleted. Okay. So we're going to do a full user wipe. Good. Now we'll copy that, paste it, run this query. Everything is wiped. Copy. Then we have the very fun process of restarting everything that takes a while. So we have to uninstall the app to remove all of the cache so that we don't just get logged back in. And then we do flutter clean. And then once flutter clean has run, do command K here too. Then we do flutter run. Actually, no matches yet. I can see that a match has been, okay, maybe that's because my account was deleted. Wait. Uh-huh. Okay, let's create an account. I wonder how many times I've created accounts on this app. It's probably a few times. All right, good job. And this is going to take forever to run, but I've realized that if I run it in a terminal, because I stopped doing that because it didn't work in, or I have not Googled and I haven't bothered getting it to work in the terminal here on in what Visual Studio Code. And so for some reason when you run it here, you just can't rerun it. But what's really nice about Flutter is that you can type in the capital R or just an R to rerun the app, which is a really good way to do this. I'm gonna have to delete the app, I realize. Okay, and then do Flutter run again. Hopefully that's gonna work. Yeah, so the reason that I like this is because you can just rerun the app and it doesn't take forever. What I've been doing so far is I keep running it in Xcode, which just has to rebuild everything every single time. It just takes so much time, makes me less efficient. Oh my God. Okay, try it again. Okay. I guess we just have to wait. Oh my God, it fucking broke. Launching app. Okay. We can actually tick off this to do because we are now able to set the age of the user. So one task is done today at least. An account deletion is taking a while. Okay, now we create a new account. Okay, I'm wondering if maybe we need to be connected to run it via the terminal. Cal. Okay, let's try this. So what we want is to get a like and a like so that we match them. And then once they're matched, we can leave the call. And then we should have a match here, which we do. So now I'm going to, on my phone here, delete my account. And as you can tell, the match disappeared and I get logged out on my app here on the phone. So that's good. This means that account deletion seems to work. But what does it mean in reality? Users, we still have this user here. Matches. Okay, we have no match. We have no likes. We have no dislikes. Deleted phone number. That's not supposed to be shared, so I'm gonna have to stop there and go back. I'm just gonna check some things. All right. Everything seems to be the way that it should. Accounts can be deleted, it seems. Let's record the screen again. All right. Okay, so it seems like you can't run the app the way that you should via the terminal. So that's a shame, but I guess that's okay. I'm going to try signing up again using my phone number. And just see if we can sign up. Okay, we can, and we get straight back into our account, but all our matches are deleted. So I think we need to do a check on the front end to see if the account was deleted or not. I'm gonna have to stop the screen recording. I'm gonna test something. Because I'm gonna see if I delete my account, do I delete it from... It says that it's already deleted. So it seems like we don't actually delete the auth stuff. All right, now it should work. So now if we delete the account, delete, yes, delete. And then okay, we end up here. We try to create an account again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Send code. User is banned. I don't know why it says banned because we don't really want it to. Let's check the auth just to see if we... So we did create one. All right, now if we run the app again, what we're going to be expecting is a better error message. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, send code, verifying, and then if we do, user is banned. Fuck. Oh, but they shouldn't be banned though. Oh, actually, I realize I'll create a new account and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to delete the account straight away. Okay, and then we're going to sign up again using the same one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Fuck! It says banned. Why does it say banned? Check in response status. Phone number is allowed. What? Okay, now it seems like it works. You recently deleted your account. To give you time to reconsider, you can create a new account in 7 days. Okay, that's good. Account deletion works. Git status, git add dot git commit. I don't even know if I do the git status thing, but I always do. Git commit account deletion works. Git push. Great fucking job. Sign in, try the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your account, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. All right. So that means account deletion is done. Which means that the only thing we have left is when the next button is pressed, it shouldn't add a dislike to the user. And it should also not remove any existing likes. That is an easy thing, I think. I hope. I pray. But we're gonna save that for tomorrow. It is 12:05. That's when I stop. That's when I should stop. I'm going to stop. And I'm just gonna enjoy the fact that we've solved all the major hurdles right now. It really is ready to push to Google Play. We have the things that's needed for that. It's way more robust now than just like 2 weeks ago. Like it's way, way, way more robust. And I'm super happy about that because I thought it was kind of good. Maybe not super robust, but like good. But now it feels like it's a completely different app, even at least for the sign up, not for the rest of it, but for the sign up, it feels like it's a completely different app. So yeah, I really want to get to testing, like testing and having, again, my idea for this is that we're going to do a live stream and you guys can just send your emails in the chat, and I can um, invite you to test the app, and we can test it live, and you can like comment and tell me what bugs you're running into. We can try phone calls together, and really go through and test the app properly, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one on Friday.